Hi everyone, Noogie Thai here, Editorial Director for John Paul Mitchell Systems. This is Melissa with her massive mane of long hair, which will be doing some gorgeous cascading waves with the help of our Neuro stylers and a little trickery to help us tackle all this hair. Starting off on damp hair, applying a generous amount of our Neuro Prime to make sure that we protect the hair from any thermal styling, leaving it silky, smooth, and shiny. With our paddle brush, which is great for long hair, and our Neuro Light blow dryer, polish and dry the hair to set us up for a wave. Taking about a 2-inch fringe section on top of her head, wrapping around my fingers, barrel curling it and clipping out of the way to make sure that I don't create any unnecessary dents. Now with the remaining hair, I'm separating it into two, isolating two panels because Melissa has a lot of hair here. This is a great trick and a cheat to maneuver around her hair. Now taking the left side, I'm creating a ponytail with two elastics tied together with bobby pins on each end to make sure that I get a tight, secured ponytail at the lower nape of the head. Now taking the other panel on the other side, I'm wrapping it around my ponytail to hide it and also to create a little structural cushion for me to decorate my waves on. As you can see, I'm eliminating all of the other side of Melissa's hair so I don't have to waste time curling it with unnecessary effort. Because Melissa's hair is super dense and coarse, I'm making sure to ponytail and elastic those ends that I'm wrapping around before I secure it in with a bobby pin to make sure that I control all those ends and it doesn't fight me. Now moving on to that top fringe section that I set aside, I'm spraying a generous amount of Neuro Protect, adding another layer of protection between the hair and the surface of any styling tool. That heat control technology is going to help me shield having that armor around that hair while I set each curl in place. Taking a horizontal section here, I'm wrapping it around my Neuro 1-inch angle, taking my time, starting as close to the scalp as possible, wrapping it around, untwisting it so I have a nice ribbon effect so the wave is going to flow soft and smooth as I glide that down to the shape. Clipping each curl in place and letting it cool to make sure that we get strong, long-lasting waves. Moving on to the ponytail, I want to make sure that I miss all those ends with our Neuro Protect to take advantage of that protein and silicone blend to protect the hair from any heat source that I place on those strands. I adjust the Neuro Angle iron to a different position because it's just more comfortable for me to curl these ends. As a professional, it's just easy on my wrists and shoulders. I love this feature because for someone curling their hair at home, they don't have to be awkward in yoga poses curling different parts of their head. Wrapping each subsection of that ponytail in the same direction around a Neuro Angle. That's the key here. Even though we compact everything in a condensed ponytail, we still want everything wrapped in the same direction and clipping it in place as it cools because Melissa's hair is super duper thick and coarse. We only had to curl that fringe section in the ponytail. That's the trick here when it comes to massive abundance of hair. And if you're on a time limit, this is such a great trick to have. Once those curls in that fringe section is cool, take out the clips, brush it out, detangle it, finding the waves. Instead of just draping it down, I wanted a little unique accent here. Flipping it back on itself to have a little retro Victory Roll inspired shape, securing it with a bobby pin in a sewing method to hide it, but securing that curl at the same time, then adding a couple of clips to stabilize it as I drape and decorate the ends of those waves to complement the Victory Roll, as well as connecting it down to our shape and our ponytail. Misting our Neuro finishing spray along the way, working with it to tame any strays and holding all of those undulations and those waves in place as I bobby pin and secure it onto that cushion that I created with the other panel of her hair on that ponytail. Unclipping the rest of the curls from the ponytail, brushing it out. As you can see, because we set everything in the same direction, it wants to ringlet itself. But we're gonna fight that with a comb, back combing the back side of that ponytail to stretch out the curl to create more waves and less of a ringlet. Letting our Neuro finish help us dress every single waves and undulations in place, making sure that every strand is where it needs to be. There you have you guys, Melissa with her retro Victory Row inspired detail and her gorgeous cascading waves.